Hello martial arts family, John Orndorff here from the North American Martial Arts Institute in Norwalk, Ohio. And we're going to do a Tae Kwon Do class today. So let's get started. Won't need any special equipment today, just be ready to work, alright? So, start with our warm-up, put our hands on our hips and do a neck roll. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's take the head up and down. And turning left and right. Do some punches across the body. Uppercuts. Let that back heel turn. Get your body moving. Hook punches. Face it out. Straight punches. Do them about chin level while you're basing out. A little higher now. Now a little lower. Let's do some jumping jacks. Clap on the top now. We're going to go into some step forward lunges next. So stepping out with one leg, lunge and bring it back. Take care of those knees. Keep your knee behind your foot. Don't let it go past your toes or even really past your ankle. So when we're doing these, let me start with this side. Try to keep your knee above your ankle. Now let's do some step back lunges. Step back, then up. Back and up. Now we're going to step out to the side. Step out, then squat. Other way, squat. Make sure you keep that breathing going. All right, we're going to do some front kicks, alternating. Keep them low, we're not stretched yet. Now into side kicks. 1, 2. Make sure you bend, then extend. Bend that knee. Extend that leg out. And now we're going to go into some straight back kicks. Both legs. 1, 2. Work on extension with these. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to do some stretching. Start with the standing hamstring stretch. Love that stretch. And the other side. First side a little deeper this time. Sit down into it a bit more. Good posture in your back. Keep that lower back straight. And other side. Okay, we're going to drop down into a knee split. Knees wide, hands on the floor. Push back. And relax. One leg out. Push back into the stretch. Just pushing your body this way. And the other side. Now we're going to do a cobra stretch. Hands on the floor, hips drop, and twist, dropping one hip towards the floor, then the other hip. A slight twist with your body on your knees, just dropping one hip down, and the other hip down. Now we're going to sit back into it for a back stretch. Legs out in front. One leg's going to cross. If I cross with my right leg, I'm going to twist to my right. Left hand goes on the thigh, and I'm twisting, pushing here, and using my other arm that I'm posting on to push as well. Feel your body stretch through the trunk. Other side. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and bring it up. Now, we're going to go right to business here and or get right to business. We're going to talk about one steps. I'm going to ask you to do some one steps. I'm going to go through them with you, and we're just going to walk through nice and slow. If you have a partner, great. If you don't, it's cool. But one step's by the numbers, okay? Now, if I go through them too fast, go to our YouTube channel, and that's where this video will be, by the way. Go to the YouTube channel, and we'll have those there as well, broken down. But we're going to start with number one. Number one, we're going to angle off, stepping to the left, blocking with the left, outside in block, right punch to the chin, that's a straight punch, left straight punch to the lower rib, right straight punch to the chin, that's number one. One more time, step off, cross block with the left, right, left, right. And that's chin, rib, chin. Number two, we're going to start the same way. Step and block, punch to the chin, grab behind the head, both hands on the head. Don't grab at shoulders or neck. Try to grab on the head. Grab hair if there's hair. We're going to pull down in for a knee. We're compromising their positioning here, taking control. The knee can go to the body or the head, but right now we're doing it to the body. Then we set that foot down, opposite elbow, which would be the left, okay? So again, number two, step off block, punch to the chin, grab behind the head, not shoulders or neck, right knee, left elbow. That's number two. Number three, we're going to step to the inside. So this time left hand does inside out block, step with the right block, punch chin, body, chin. If you can get that step, block, and punch going at the same time, it's even better. I'll demo. So again, step, block, punch, straight punch to rib, right hand punch to chin. That's three. Four, stepping in, same side. This time double knife hand. One knife to the carotid, the other one's to the striking hand that's coming at you. So step, double block, grab. Left knee, set that down, right elbow. We'll do it again. Step in, double chop. Grab, left knee, right elbow. All right, there's four. Five, punch comes in. I'm going to step out with the left, do a right hand inside out block. I'm stepping to the outside. And I should be a little clear in that these are right hand punches coming in, okay? I know everything's going to be mirrored, or everything's going to be opposite from what I'm doing, okay? But just listen to the left and right and try to hang, okay? So, stepping with the left, blocking with the right. Inside out block, grab the wrist, palm heel above the elbow, keeping the wrist. Chamber that same hand that did the palm heel. For left hammer fist to chin, right hand reverse punch to chin. We'll do again. Step with the left, block with the right. Grab, palm heel to the elbow. Chamber, left hammer to the chin, right reverse punch to the chin. Number six, this one's tricky. Take your time with it. You're going to step with the left, block with the right, and punch with the left. So it looks like this. Okay? So block with the right, punch with the left, step with the left. Left leg round kick to the knee. Left hand pushes down the arm that just did the punch at you, pushes it down. And we're going to step through, right hand, punch to the chin, right leg, groin kick. We'll do that again. Number six, step with the left, block with the right, punch with the left. Left round kick, parry that punch down, punch to the chin, groin kick with the right leg, okay? That's number six. Number seven, from our sparring stance, When the punch comes in, we go to sparring. Before the punch comes in, we go to sparring stance. When we do our spirit shout, that's when we start our kick. So it looks kind of like this. Okay? Inside out crescent kick. Blocking the punch. Left leg side kick to the ribs. Left hand outside in block. Right hand reverse punch to chin. That outside in block is blocking the hand that you just kicked. When we strike it, I'm assuming it's probably going to come back. Okay? So from here again, sparring stance. Punch comes in, inside out crescent. Side kick, rib. Left hand, outside in block. Right hand, reverse punch. 7. That's 7. 8, from our sparring stance. This time, right leg outside in crescent kick. We're going to do a 180 turn. So outside in, set it down beside your other foot. The other foot, which is the left foot, is going to go back for a back kick above the belt. Going to step in, grab the head, do a clinch. Hands here behind the back of the head. Right knee, right rising elbow. One of the few times you'll throw a knee and the elbow off the same side. So again, from here, outside in crescent kick. Turn, make sure you look. Back kick to solar plexus. Grab, right rising knee, right rising elbow. There's 8. 9, when the punch comes in, we're going to step to the left with our left foot, right hand inside out block. Grab the wrist. We're going to keep that wrist. We're going to fire a right side kick to the armpit. And then left hand reverse punch to chin. We'll do that again. Number 9. Step, block and grab. Side kick to armpit. Left hand punch to chin. That's 9. Number 10. This time we're going to step backwards. Okay? So when the punch comes in, we're going to take that momentum from their right hand punch. We're going to grab right hand inside out block here. Grab their wrist. Push on the elbow to push them down as they come through. And then we're going to do 2 right leg rising front kicks to solar plexus or head. And then same leg, it's going to do inside out axe kick to the back of the head, but we don't really hit our partner. Thank you very much. But we're going to let go of the arm as that leg comes over. So it looks like this. So again, from Chumbi, punch comes in. I step back with my right foot, sliding along that form and grabbing the wrist. Pulling, pushing down on the elbow. Right rising front kick to solar plexus, 2 of those. And then same leg, boom. X kick. There's 10. 11. It's hard to demonstrate without a partner, but I'm going to walk through it. So a punch comes in. We're going to start off closer. But the punch comes in, I'm going to put my hand on the punch as it comes in on the bicep. This is how I'm going to block. And I'm going to grab the bicep. I'm going to step through, and I'm going to put my foot behind my partner's legs, grab them at the hip, pop them up, twist. I don't know if you can see my right foot, but my heel comes up. I'm going to rotate that hip and drop. Good. Take both arms and grab the arm. This step is over the head, not on the head, okay? And then we're going to sit down and do an arm bar. When we do this, the hips come up, and you got to be careful with a partner. I'll walk through it one more time. Be careful if you have a partner with this again. So punch comes in, I'm going to step in, okay? And when I step, I'm going to step with the left, step through with the right. Grab the hip, pop them up on my hip. I got to get a good grip here, keep them close. Got to make sure my hips are lower than theirs. And I'm going to pop up a little bit, bend over. That's how their feet are coming up off the floor. I twist, drop, and I keep the arm. I tuck my right foot behind their back. Left foot steps in front of their face. I hug that arm, sit down, bridge up. And that's the arm bar. So there's your 11 one-steps. Now, like I said, if you have trouble with that, go back to the other tape. I know that's a lot. You can always pause it. So next, I got a mat chat here. Sorry, I got to leave the camera for a second. This one I got to read. Okay? So, this week, mat chats. We're talking about, or I should say this month, we're talking about teamwork. A famous quote, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. That's a quote by whom? If you can guess, I'll give you 10 extra points. I'll say it again. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. All right? Your parents might know who this is from. Unless you are a parent, then you might know Maybe your parents would know. Anyway, point is, what is teamwork? Teamwork is cooperating with others to reach a shared goal. These goals may be too large or too difficult for one person to accomplish alone. But when people come together as a team, amazing things happen, okay? So, we have 4 questions with this. First question is, what teams are you a part of? Family, your school, any sports teams or groups that you're a part of? Question number 2, what goals does your team have? Okay, so if it's a sports team, maybe it's to score, or maybe one of your goals is to work on your defense because your defense isn't so good for your team, or whatever, okay? But what are the goals of your team? What problems have you solved together with your team? That's number 3. And number 4, could you achieve these goals or solve these problems by yourself? Those are good questions to ask yourself. I'm going to say them one more time. Number 1, what teams are you a part of? Family or school, any sports teams or groups that you're a part of? What are your goals? What are your team's goals? What problems have you solved together as a team? And number 4, could you achieve these goals or solve these problems by yourself? Huge advantages to being a part of a team, okay? So this is a good thing to discuss with your family or friends. And from here, we're going to move on. So, we're going to talk about hand combinations. And with this, when I say hand combinations, I'm talking about striking, closed hand striking types of combinations. I shouldn't say just closed hand. Open hand is fine too. But I want to emphasize that we're going to focus on some hands for now, and then we're going to add some kicks in as we go. So, it's good to have a solid 3-strike combination with your hands, okay? Now, 1 is okay, 2 is even better, 3 is even better than that. 4 or 5 would be optimal, assuming that you practice them and you can perform them well. So, we're going to talk about these hand strikes or hand combinations. So, I'm a big fan of straight punches. I also like palm heels because they save the knuckles. So, you work it in as you like with whatever techniques you prefer, okay? Without a doubt, knuckle punches can be more penetrating to the target, but a good palm heel can save your hands, and you can function a lot longer with them if the fight were to go on for a longer period of time. Just hurts less, okay? So from here, we're going to go into a 3 hand strike combination. So we're going to step in, jab, reverse punch, uppercut, lead punch, hook. The jab, upper hook, one of my favorite combinations. 1, 2, 3. I'm targeting the chin on all of these techniques, okay? 1, 2, 3. So I'm not switching up target areas, and I promote that, and I suggest it, but right now, we're doing it a little bit differently, okay? So from here, 1, 2, 3. You can overwhelm a target area. 1, 2, 3. And the reason that you can is because not all the strikes are coming from the same direction. And so it can make blocking a bit confusing. Even though they're all targeting the same. I've got a hand coming out here. If I'm going to block a hook punch, I'm probably going to block it like this. Now I'm not covered so much for the straight punch, okay? Or maybe the uppercut. I can turn here and cover pretty much everything, but now my counter is tough. You know, it's more difficult. So again, 1, 2, 3, and out. 1, 2, 3. Join me here. So that's jab, uppercut, and hook. A good, solid combination. Next, we're going to work it a little bit differently. We're going to switch up some target areas, okay? So maybe I come in with the lead hook to the chin, reverse punch to the body, uppercut underneath the chin. So we'll do that again. Hook, straight punch, uppercut, and let me refer to target areas again. Chin, body, bottom of chin. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The nice thing is on that uppercut, the last strike, very powerful. Okay, because I'm using my whole body. So we've got 3 strikes. You need to develop 3 strikes of yours. So I'm going to ask you to take a few minutes to do that and then come back, okay? So 3 hand strikes. So let's take 5 minutes, work on your own hand strikes, come back. Hit that pause. I'll be waiting. Okay, so I hope the 3 hand strikes went well. Now, we're going to add a kick. Now, the range of the kick really depends on what your range is after the hand strikes. So you might have struck your partner very well, and they moved back, and you've got a lot of range. So now maybe you throw a front kick. It would be a logical choice. But maybe, just maybe, they didn't move back. So let's say I did that jab, upper hook combination. They're over here. So maybe at this point, if they're in a little closer range, maybe a roundhouse kick would be a better option. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna ask you to put your 3 punches, or use your 3 punches with a kick trailing them, okay? So I do my 1, 2, 3 strikes, and I add a kick on the end. So I'm gonna ask you to take 5 minutes, and to work on those, or that combination. So 3 hand strikes, add a kick on the end. Now, remember, putting together more than one combination with the hands is great. Same thing with the kicks. Make sure you try some different kicks. Maybe I do a front kick or side kick as a direct strike, and then maybe I try a 45, or this would be a 45 round kick that's got about a 45-degree angle off our hip line or floor, versus a full pivot roundhouse kick, which is a lot stronger, okay? But let's put that together. Take 5 minutes to practice that. I'll be here waiting for you very patiently. Hit that pause button. We'll see you soon. Awesome. Okay, so now we've got our 3 punches and our kick. Now we're going to switch it. Last week we went over defending with that lead leg side kick. All right? And that's a great kick. Now, a front kick can be quick and the range can be very long as well. Some people might not be as comfortable with that side kick because it compromises your balance a little bit more, right? It's a powerful kick, but it does have its strong points and weak points like they all do. So with the front kick, what I'm going to do is they're coming in, I'm going to attack them with my front kick. It can be lead or it can be reverse depending on the timing and the range. Okay, so maybe I see them coming early and I can fire that lead leg front kick. Or maybe, I should say, maybe I got even more time and I'm going to fire from the rear leg. Now, which kick is going to be, I'm sorry, we're supposed to do front kick, but which one is going to be stronger? The rear leg kick will be stronger, okay? Because my hips are back, and as I bring them forward, I'm going to generate more power than from that position, unless I hop in with it. Then I can generate some pretty good power with that as well. So, I'm going to ask you to work just the kick right now. So, lead leg with a slide, or a rear leg, okay? And I even slid on the rear leg there. But I'm going to ask you to practice that kick a few times. 5 minutes, practicing it from both leads. We didn't talk about leads before, but definitely with these kicks, I want you to try to work both leads, okay? So please do that. 5 minutes, I'm going to be here waiting for you. Let's hit the practice. Okay, so we have our kick. Whether it's lead or reverse, we have that front kick. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to do the front kick and to fire your 3-punch combination afterwards. Now, remember, if I switch my lead as I do my kicks, there I didn't. I kept the same lead and there's my jab upper hook, right? But if I switch my lead, now I have another leg forward. Jab, upper, hook. So I'm leading off with a different side on the punching combination. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to practice this with both leads, okay? So we're going to add our 3-punch combination on after our kick. I hope that makes sense to everyone. So let's take 5 minutes, practice the leading off with the front kick. And again, I didn't really emphasize so much about that's more of a push kick, okay? And if you got somebody who can hold a pillow for you, or a seat cushion that's pretty thick, and can try to give you a little bit of pressure or resistance, it makes the drill even better. Okay, but I'm going to ask you to take 5 minutes practicing this, and then we're going to come back. All right. So go ahead and hit the pause and practice, and we'll see you soon. Okay, my friends, I hope your training went well with that. Just remember, it varies so much depending on the range, the movement, and that's why training with different partners or in different ways is really important. Now, right now, you might not be able to have a lot of training partners, but there's a lot of ways you can practice. You can practice in the mirror, you can practice outside, you can practice on the pavement, don't practice in the street. You know, there's lots of ways that you can practice to switch it up, okay? So let's make sure that we practice in various environments with various levels of resistance. Like I said, if you got somebody who can hold something for you that you're going to strike, it makes it even better for you, okay? So that is, I think that's pretty much all of our session. Oh, one more thing I did want to add. So let's face it, if I'm striking at somebody, we're striking back and forth, it's not going to be a situation where, you know what, they're not going to strike back. So one thing I'm going to ask you to add in, okay, is a weave. Okay, and a weave or bob or some kind of head movement is just something to help lessen the chance of you getting hit. So if a punch comes in, I bob maybe so I don't get hit, okay? Or I weave. And we've talked about the weave before, bending at the knees. We're keeping our body kind of straight. When we do the weave, we don't want to bend a lot because I don't want to catch somebody's kick or knee when they see me bending over. They might see that as an opportunity for that. So when I do this bob or weave, I want to keep good posture here. And a good way to do it is watch yourself in the mirror. I'm looking in the mirror right now. Okay? And to watch and think about weaving underneath the punch. Now, a lot of times when I weave, it might be just because I see the punch coming in and I know I can get underneath it to the other side and fire to their open side. But what I'm going to ask you to do is throw bob or weave, or you can just lean out. All right, and throw it in between some of your strikes. A good place to throw it is in between the punch and kick sets. So maybe I do my punch set here, I bob, and I do a front kick, okay? Or maybe I do my lead leg front kick, and I do a weave, and I do my punch set. And then I back out. So this is what we're going to close with today. I'm going to ask that you practice this. I'm going to ask you to spend about 10 minutes on this, all right? So let's have you do that. When I say close, we're going to wait on the close. Go ahead and hit the pause button. Let's put some time in on this, and we'll close after we come back. All right, so go ahead and hit the pause. We'll see you shortly. All right, my friends. Hope the drills went well. Another good way to do this drill is to add a partner. So that's something to take into consideration. If you got a family member that's willing to work with you, that's great. So that is our session for today. We're going to talk about Masters Club now. And I'm going to run through some things for you with Masters Club. We're going to work on falls again. Make sure, number one, that you have a safe place to fall. Number two, make sure that you have some cushioning if it's available to you. Make sure that you use it. Okay? I don't have the fold-out mat right here, but I'm going to cover falls as we went over recently in one of the other sessions, but we're going to add a different fall today. So rear fall, I drop down, smack, remember cupping the hands, and I smack down as I roll up onto my shoulders. That's a standard straight back rear fall. Side fall. I fall on my side, roll right up through the arm and smack in with the hand, the same side hand as I'm laying on, okay? So if I'm on my right side, I smack with my right, left side, I smack with my left. Again, cupping that hand. And you know, you don't have to do these from a standing position, but you can. You can do them from a squatting position in the beginning. I feel that's better for beginners. And so there's back and side fall. We're going to cover front fall next. All right? Now, with the front fall, I'm going to go turn sideways so you can see me. Here's what I suggest. I suggest you start low. You're going to make a triangle with your arms, okay? There's no bar across the bottom, but you've got kind of a triangle looking position here with your forearms. You're going to turn your head, look to the side, don't look straight. And you're just going to fall real easy. Now you can see I'm really bending my hips here. That's how you want to start to work the fall. When you do the fall, breathe out. Okay? Now, as you get better at it, you'll keep the body a little straighter. Okay? I reached out with the arms a little bit, and that's okay. You just don't want to reach way out. I don't want to go like this if I'm falling hard. Okay? I want to try to catch it on my forearms as much as I can. All right. So, that's a forward fall. My suggestion is you practice that about 1,000 times. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, I would practice it, I don't know, 15 times. The more you practice it, the more comfortable you get. I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably one of the hardest falls to do because you're falling forward and you see the floor coming up at your face. So you do have to be careful with it. Make sure, again, you're turning your head, breathe out, tighten your stomach when you come down. And be gentle on your body.